Going live. Get the cards around. All right. Hello, everybody. Let's get my video stuff going on here real quick first. Paste that on there. I got a thumbnail ready tonight. Just gotta find it. My screen is so tiny. And I've got a lot of downloads because I've been working on paper pumpkin cards. So I've got a lot of downloads going on. Okay. Let's go back. All right, we are here. Got it. Got my phone plugged in to charge because the battery was dying from the videos I was doing. Let's get this back up on there. And oh, Dawn's on and Mom. Hi guys. Beautiful day here today, Mom. How was your weather? Did you guys have a good day? Let's see. Okay. Lots of people out doing yard work. Dawn, you probably got your garden going now, don't you? Oh, maybe working in it at least. I think that's right on my computer. All right, I'm going to call it good. So welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm Jill Blanchett with Green Thumb Stampers. I'm here for my Wednesday night live. Tonight, we're going to use the Brushed Bouquet stamps and dies, and then I got a couple other things that I'm using just for the sentiment because the Brushed Bouquet does not have a sentiment in it, so I grabbed another one. Have to be retired, but I don't really have any housekeeping for you tonight. The the retired lists are still going on. If you get on there and maybe they still have some stuff that you're interested in. The color clubs that I have are announced. I have 2 of them. One is an in color club where you'll get the 5 in colors, one a month. And I believe that was $47 a month. You'll get the ink pad, the Stampin' Right marker, the blends, a pack of cardstock, some 6x6 in your color of the month, and I think there was one more thing, maybe ribbon. The second club is all of the colors that were refreshed and returning and new. Those you will get 2 ink pads and a Stampin' Right marker a month. And then for 5 months, and then the 6th month they'll just be 1 because they have 11 returning colors. The first month you will get a pack of the assorted cardstock, just so that you have all the colors. But I didn't want to go too crazy on that because it's a lot of stuff that you could order. Like if you really like lemon lolly, then you can order all the lemon lolly stuff. But anyway, neither here nor there. I have those 2 clubs. You can message me, email me, greenthumbstampers@hotmail.com if you're interested. Or you can join both. That second club I think was 20. I'm gonna say 29, but I don't think it was that high per month for 6 months, or you could do both clubs for 6 months at $66. And I think that's it. That's all I got going on. I got card class on Sunday this weekend. Oh, I should have brought the cards over, guys. I posted them on my Facebook and in my newsletter. If you want to come to make projects, it's $20 for 8 cards. Message me, email me, let me know that you want to come. I will get your cards cut and ready for you. And I don't even know where they are. I can't even run over and get them because I don't know what I did with them. But I do have my paper pumpkin cards, you guys. I've been working on those, so you could get the sneak peeks. I got one more video to do. I'll do that one tomorrow. So here's one. This one is the card. I've added a little door to it with a little gem for a door handle and a kitty and a pot of flowers. I got this one with the radiating stitch dies from the online exclusives. That'll be another video. Here's my third video. That'll stand up like that. And this one is actually just the card from the kit. I just changed it up to open up like that. And snow next week. What, Patty? And here's the last card that this is the video I still have to do. So those are my paper pumpkin cards. And stupid me, I did not change my paper pumpkin subscription for this next one. So I'm getting 3 kits. So anybody needs a kit, let me know. I'm going to have 2 extra. So that's it for me. And I'm going to put those cards over there before I end up getting them all yuck. Patty and that damn snow word. Stop it, young lady. Stop it. Okay, so I'm going to turn my camera down so I can get going here. Gotta find my, there we are. Move it just a little bit so I could see what I got going. So let me turn my spotlight, my desktop. Let me get this computer out of here. You guys know I'll set it over here today. Oh, the last one could use a kitty on it too. You're right. All right, so should be down here tonight, right now. So yep, looks like it. Here's the card we're gonna make. It's called stands up like this. And here's the back. And it's called a tower card. I don't know any other name for it other than that's what the girl called it. I found this idea from Mary Deathridge. Now, I had a girl make me this card when I went to New Orleans. This was one of my roommate made this card. It's the same idea, but it doesn't want to stand up very long. So I don't know if because she put a solid piece and all these flowers on the front, if maybe it's top heavy so it tips over. Mary's card, oh, and see, look, hers is a little bit bigger because my roommate was from the UK. So maybe that's why hers is a little taller too, but Mary put these triangles on hers. But here's another idea with just a solid piece and all these beautiful flowers. But like I said, this one is tending to want to tip over on me. It doesn't want to stand up for too long. So this one, I haven't had any problems with it. And I don't know if because there's less bulk on the front. But this is the card we're going to make. And I keep telling you every week, oh, it's really easy. And it is. Let me, I always set it in the picture, but out of the picture. And then I end up bumping it and all kinds of stuff. And it won't stay that neat. Let me knock my papers off. Alrighty. We start with an 8 1/4 inch, like this way, and 5 1/2 inches this way. Now I'm thinking she went down on the quarter just to keep the measurements a little more on the inch kind of thing. So we're going to score at 1 inch. To 2 inches. I'm having a brain fart all of a sudden. 5¼ inches. Second. Oh, Lordy, you guys, I looked at these measurements right before I came on so that I could make sure. I don't know why I'm thinking that there's one more in there. She scored at 1, 2, and 3, but oh yeah, let me look. Duh. Okay, 1 inch, 2 inch, and 3 inch. I was missing that with it laying there. I was missing that last score. Then 5¼ 6¼ which is right here on my score, and 7¼ Then you want to turn the paper and you are going to cut at 1 inch between these two. I'm going to cut between these two score lines right here. This one and this one. Can you tell I was trying to do that by looking at the screen? So we're going to pull up our cut blade. I've got my, and we're going to drag it to between this score line and this one. We're going to come down here and at the bottom and do the same thing. Oh, and anybody that has an order to place, I did change my host code. And that is it. So I'm turning this now so that I can go to 2 inches. So I probably could have just started out pointing this direction, but I didn't. So now we're at, we put our blade at 2 inches, or our edge of our paper, and drag it. Did not cut that all the way down. Just give it a little. Yep. And 2 inches, we will come down to the next set. Okay. And then now you can turn it and do the same thing on the other end. So I think that would be easier to start this direction because that extra turn is kind of confusing. But it is easier to hold on to the paper if you point it the other way. And now we're going to come down to the lower part. And score. And then we're going to move it up to 2 inches and do the same thing. Score between, or cut between those lines. We'll lift it up to that score line and cut between those lines. So now we've got our base. And so we are going to not fold on these two lines at all. So as we get going with mountains and the valleys folds, it'll get easier for pushing and pulling the paper where you want it to go. But for now, I'm just going to fold these in this way. And then the second one, we've got, I'm going to call it like, I'm going to try and fold the whole lot of them. There we go. And this doesn't really matter which way you're getting them folded. So now we've got our score lines. Do not fold on those two center score lines. So now what we've got, I'm going to call them, we've got like an outie and an innie. So this one's a mountain fold. This one's a valley fold. Then we have a mountain fold and a valley fold and a mountain fold. So we've got outie, innie, outie, innie, outie. So it stands up, it looks like that now. And the same thing happens on the other side. This, your mountain because it points up, your valley because it goes in, a mountain because it goes up, a valley in, another mountain up. I'll crease those. And there we go. That's what we want it to look like. It's going to stand up. No, that's not what we want it to look like. We want it to look like this. Oh, Lord, that's not right either. You guys, what the heck is happening to me? That's right. No, it's not. What did I do wrong? All right, who's watching me? What did I do wrong? It's right. But I got it backwards. Patty, are you watching me? What do I have going wrong here? I've done something that just needs to go the other direction to have out. You flatten it. These go up and in. I guess it's just a matter of making sure that I didn't have this problem when I made the first one. Out, in, out, in, out. Oh my gosh, you guys. Turn it over. I did turn it over, but these have to pop. Up. These go up. These go in. Maybe I just got the wrong ones coming. These go up. These go in. And these go up. Up, in, up. So it looks like that. These lay flat. So maybe once I get it, you want it to look like that. This has to stick up so that you got to hold this back here, channel back there. Wow. Okay. Well, we're going to keep going, guys, and it will hopefully come together because I did not have any of this issue, man. I whipped this puppy out right here like there was no tomorrow, and that's why I said, oh, this is really easy. Yeah, right. Okay, so we're going to keep going. I do not want my pieces this skinny. So these are 1 inches. And I cut mine down to 7/8, which is a little bit bigger than this one. I went like 3/4. And then my paper is 3/4. So you've got 4 pieces like this that are that width and 4 pieces of designer series paper. So let's get to putting those on. See if we can overcome the trauma I've experienced trying to get it to go together. We're going to glue these together here. And I wanted them to go right to the end. I might have to trim at the end. I wanted them to be a little bit longer versus shorter. And then these will glue right on to that 1-inch strip on the edge over here. Did not make this go all the way to the edge. So we'll glue all these on. Here. I got my little ant. You guys saw my little ant. I put ant bait out and I attracted that giant ant on my porch. And he's still there. Nobody came and swiped him yet. And every time we open the doors, he's just so cute. If the wind is blowing, his little head's bobbling around. So my little porch dropper offer. He's a cute addition to I thought it might even be cute to go get some more and get like a plastic tablecloth and glue some plastic plates and cups and stuff to it and make a little picnic on my porch with another ant, and he and his little buddies could be having a picnic. That was a thought today, and I have been busy all day. So maybe next time I make it to town, I will go and see if they have some more ants. Okay, so now the other two glue on to the other side. So flip it over and glue the other two on the back side like this. Get my papers going here. All kinds of stuff going on this little mat here. Oh, am I putting my flowers on upside down? I think that there is an upside right and wrong to this flower paper, but maybe I got such tiny strips showing that. All right, so I'm gonna flip it back over, see if I can put it together correctly. So we've got a 1-inch by just about 4 inches. Let me make sure. Where's my ruler? Again, I just went down on so I got 4 1/8 by 7/8. And then that's going to go across here. And I have 2 of those and 2 pieces of the flower paper. And I'm using Flirty Flamingo. And this paper here is a retired fine art floral, I think. But I decided to grab Mary Merlot paper and ink because it's retiring, and I don't use it. It's not one that I'm sad to see go because I don't use this much, but I thought I would use it tonight, and then I found I had this retired pack of paper that had this color flowers in it, so I went with it. And it was a real pretty pack of paper. I don't have a lot left of it, so I must have liked it. I glue that down. Let me glue the second one down. Now this one I flipped the paper over to give it just some contrasting colors. So I'm using the back side. To get this, I think it's Bumblebee. But you guys know that Bumblebee and Crushed Curry were so close that you could use Crushed Curry if you needed to here. And we're going to glue this one down. And then I got one more here to go across the middle. It's the same length and it should be a little tiny bit narrower, but I'm not going to mess with it. This is 1.5. I should have went down to like 1 3/8 on my paper, and it doesn't look like I did. That's all right. It's going to get covered up anyway. You're not really going to see it all that much. And I'm going to trim this off. I'll glue this on. I think my tape is running out because it's really hard to, doesn't want to come out. So we'll put this one in here in the middle. And then those should go back. Should fold up like that. So it should come together like that. So just make sure, like I said, that you get that on the inside or the back side. All right. So now you need 2 colored, I'm using the same Flirty Flamingo for the triangles. I used the stitched triangle, and it's the like a large one. It's 2 5/8 inches. So if you don't have a die, don't worry. You can just cut a square and glue it on. So now I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive down the center, and I'm going to put that up to the top and try and turn it enough that it's going to be square up on there. We're going to call that good. Then I'm going to put some adhesive down the second one. Yep, what did I tell you? There we go. Out. I thought I could feel it giving me some trouble. All right, get in there. I don't have time to mess with you. All right. And the second one, I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to put the point down at the bottom and try and make sure that it looks like it's about even. Stick those down. And I have a third one. Did I get my third one in white that I'm going to put in the center of both of them. And I stamped on that one with my Merlot ink. And I used this Flowing Flowers, and it's retired, but I used it. I apologize for that. But any sentiment, and that's the beauty of, you know, what I show you. Just make it how you need to do what you want it to do. So we're going to put this on our block. I'm gonna use this long one. Open my ink. And now I'm going to mask off the just a part. And I only want to ink up note. And I'm going to put that down here at the bottom. And now I'm going to clean it. Did I bring my cleaner? I meant to, but I was making that last card and for paper pumpkin stuff and left it over there. All right. So now we're going to mask off just a note. All we want is A. It's pretty much right in the middle. Clean it off. And now we're going to mask off a note and do just. And we'll try and put that a little bit over. So I've got just a note on there. Get rid of those because they will probably be a little bit inky. You don't need to get that on your project. I'm going to close this up. And now on to the brushed bouquet. So this is the stamp set that I used. And sadly, it is no longer available. But you know what, guys? The die set is available for $12.80 on the clearance. Hello. And what is really cool, and I will show you back here. Can you see this? I didn't do the best job on it, but can you see this here? Give my camera a second to focus. These dies, can you see that in the die? Can you see that detail? Let me pull that out. What you can do with this, Dawn sent me a video, and the lady, you just ink this up. You just put some ink on the die and run it through your die cut machine, and it inks the image for you on these spots. And so I'm going to try it if I remember at the end here. I'm going to try it with a bigger one because these little ones are so tiny. But all this embellished dies is totally worth the $12.80 if you don't have the stamp, because you can color it and run it through your die cut machine and have basically this, what you would get by using the solid die. So totally an awesome deal. So I've got now an extra piece of paper in my brushed bouquet stamp set, and I'm using the big flower first. Where's my foamy thing? Right there. And I'm going to stamp the flower in Calypso Coral. And I was going to use Blushing Bride, but Blushing Bride is also retiring. So I tried to not use too much retiring stuff, but I went with Calypso Coral for the big flower. And then the inside portion of the flower, it's one of these liner upper I used Flirty Flamingo. Gosh, it's hard to say. And then it just lines up. I can't see very well. I haven't quite figured out the best way yet to line it up, other than just trying to look over it and kind of hope for the best. So that didn't work out too bad. And then I did the same thing for the smaller flower that's on there. Let me flip it over so you can see that I got two flowers on there. I got a small one and a big one. And there's several different, what appears to be like types of flowers in this stamp set and die set that looks like a rose and a, maybe like a mum. And maybe that's a rose, and I don't know my flowers, but yeah. I went to put the number in on the description of the video for the bundle and it's gone. So I looked and the stamp set is gone. The die is still available, which is awesome. So thank you, Dawn, for sending me that video that the gal gave me the aha moment for that. This is my first time using this stamp set. It took me a while to order it, and now it's taken me a while to use it, and it's gonna see it's leaving, and this is the first time I've used it. Now this one, I'm trying to line up the little hole in the middle onto the middle area of the stamp. That one kind of gives you a little bit of a lineup. So I got the small flower, the big flower with Calypso Coral and the flamingo. And then I got some greenery with the mossy meadow. I'll get some oil on that. Something, chapstick, I heard, works to help make those slide easier. So I got two green leaf sprigs. And then I have one little tiny leaf. Close that up. And then, let's put those over here. I ran that through my stamp cut and emboss machine, and I cut them all out. And then I glued this guy on, a little leaf onto him. Where's my adhesive? I glued the little leaf underneath here. And then I glued it, the whole thing flat to the card up here. And then this one, I just put some adhesive on. Kind of looked at where I was gonna set it on here and just eyeballed my greenery around my words so that they weren't too like covered up or anything. Like that. So now that's stuck on there. And then I just went ahead with some dimensionals. And you know, I like to put my dimensionals where I am gluing stuff down so that I know that it's going to stay there. And it also helps to cover up the glue that you've put on to hold the leaves on. It covers that up so it doesn't stick down where you don't want it to stick. And then I just pop that up on the front. Put a little glue on the back. And then I tried to, eyeball, figure out where to put this one so that it looked like it was even. I even went as far as to try and count the little stitch marks on the first one. Make sure that it was on there good and even. Okay. And then I have the brushed brass butterflies to put on there. Pick tool out. See if I can get it off. And then I just put a few of these around on here. And lordy, that looks all right. I think I want to move that guy up here a little higher. There. So we've got that part done. So the whole front part is all complete now. Then we're going to flip it over to finish off the back part. So I've got a, where did I write it? I got a 2 1/8 inch by 5 3/8 piece of white that you can stamp another greeting on. And where did I put them? Under here. So I was using the sending a card instead of a text on the back of this one. And by going at the 2 1/8 inch, it leaves just enough space for a wider sentiment like this one. I'm going to put that up here, and that's okay, crooked, and try it again. I'm probably off camera now, but my foamy thing is. All right, still crooked, but you know what? It's okay. Have no fear. I do have another piece over here, but I'm not going to try it again. So then we're going to go ahead and glue that on. And I will do it again when I'm done, just to make it straight. But now we're going to do it like that. All right, then I'm going to show you how, real quick, to do that little flower, but I'm going to use a bigger one. So we are going to get our little machine out here, which demonstrators can now buy this if they want one, or customers can get it here in May. So I'm going to use a bigger flower just to show you guys, but I can't go too big or it won't fit on the back. Let's see. That one's a little too big. So let's go with this guy. And here's a paper. So I'm going to do it in the Flirty Flamingo. See what we get. Now it could be really messy. We could need tweezers, which I don't have over here, but we're just going to take our die. Now we could daub it, but I'm just going to stick it in there because, you know, living on the edge here. And I don't mind getting a little bit. I don't have the ink on the whole thing. I can see that. This piece over here doesn't have any ink on it. Probably if I'd have watched the video again and again, I would see how the lady showed it. Okay, we're going to call that good. Put that down. Then I'm going to do the big leaf. In Mossy Meadow. Put that on there. Put that down. See what we get. I did the other card real quick. Oh boy, that moved. I did the other card quickly, so I didn't really. Okay, so now you see what we get. It's an idea. Practice. Takes a little practice. Yep, Dawn, you can add it to my next order if you need to. So that's how that works, guys. This didn't work so hot, but if you want to see the video that Dawn sent me, let me know and I can forward you her email or the link to the video. And then I'm not going to stick that in there because I'll do it again until I get one that I like and figure out how to do it. Because look, that can't be right. I'm wearing more of it than I got on my thing. So I'll go look at her video again, but that's how they work. And it was awesome. I think my ink might be too soupy on that one. So I'm not going to put that on there now. But there you go, guys. We can get the dies for anybody who wants them. I could do a die order for that matter. Just put them all on one order. But I definitely think for the cuteness of the, let me just run one through real quick for you of just the die, so you can see how neat the. Do the big one, so you can see how neat the what do you call that on there? The detail, it's almost like going to be like embossed. Can you see that on there? No, I'm too close. And it's white, so no, you can't see that. Well, there's a. Okay, I tried. Okay. Now, if this was one of my Finally Friday videos, I would just edit this part completely out, but you know, it's not, and I can't, but you'll just have to take my word for it that the detail on that, does that show through the detail any better? Not really. You'll just have to take my word for it. It's awesome looking and totally worth $12.80. So that's it, everybody. This is my card for this week. She called it a tower fold, tower fun fold. So, oops, these two little pieces go in. There we go. So that's it. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll be back again. Have a great week and happy stamping. If I could find my where I stopped my video recording, I could end it, but got too many things open looking for the templates